That day has arrived. I saw triple wreck on a flight. Because whether you did it through your friends list or the communities that you formed, or used out-of-game applications to build fire teams and take on these incredible challenges, or, as I know, pull the network cable from Crota. I know, that's like a year one deep cut. Destiny 2's vision boils down to this really simple statement. It's a world I want to be in. The wait is over. This is Destiny 2, and this is Homecoming. Thanks.
Destiny 2 tells a brand new story. What happens when a world full of superheroes loses their powers, their history, and home?
They will lose their vaults.
Gaul is a different villain. He's not a psychopath who just wants to erase humanity off the face of the earth.
He's more like Alan Rickman. Also redesigned the weapon slots. They're gonna have a kinetic weapon, an energy weapon, and then a power weapon. Power weapons are things like fusion rifles and sniper rifles and grenade launchers. In that energy slot and the kinetic slot, you can have the same weapons. The new weapon plan was designed to provide players with more freedom and more choice to use the stuff that they love.
Cast your super, you got your sword, and you're flying over everyone.
Wow. All right. Are you guys ready to check these worlds out? Yeah. You're going to applause after every sentence. I'm going to be up here for a while. I have 2 kids. You guys know what it's like, right? And I'm like, just like you guys, they play Destiny a lot. I can tell, don't worry. Especially the guy with the Titan armor on. And he loves it. I think I said that a few times. And then there's the Crucible. Yeah, I was gonna ask. PvP players, thanks. We're building it for PvP players. It's now 4v4 across all the game modes. So we got new maps, we got new modes, and we believe this is the best PvP offering that Destiny has ever seen. Now, you can launch all of the new activities in the world without going to orbit. When you descend into these dungeons, you're gonna find a cache of treasure and a boss that holds the key. Yeah. All of this is going to be easier to find in Destiny 2 because of the new map to guide your way. 4 brand new worlds.
The map is a huge part of this new player experience for Destiny.
Now you can actually go directly from one planet to another planet without going to orbit first. You can just open the director, pick your new destination, and go straight there.
One of the first destinations that you're going to go to is the European Dead Zone. This is an incredible place. It's the largest destination we've ever built, easily, maybe by a factor of 2.
And it's the place where humanity stops fleeing, and it's where they decide to, plant a flag, start getting strong again.
One of our new worlds is Titan. It's a moon of Saturn.
If the light can find its way back to you, then perhaps there is hope for us all.
That's where Zavala chooses to go to.
It's this incredible methane ocean with 40-meter high waves, and there's an old human utopia there that's sinking into the ocean.
Cayde is on a planetoid called Nessus. It has been totally occupied by the Vex. They have transformed it almost entirely into one of their machine worlds.
It has its own native vegetation, and the landscape has these incredible canyons. They're actually based off of this word I will mispronounce called Tepui, which is like these Brazilian plateaus. Io, which is this sort of sulfuric yellow moon of Jupiter.
Io is the last place in our solar system that the Traveler touched.
And today, I'm happy to say that in Destiny 2, clans are coming into the game.
That's good.
On top of that, we're adding a reward system that is shared by every member of your clan.
That's bad.
We're trying something new in Destiny 2, and we'd like to introduce you to guided games. And as a solo player, you can use guided games to pick a clan you want to be paired with for a session of the raid, a session of trials, or the Nightfall Strike. We're really more excited about who you're going to meet and how you're going to play together. We know there is a community for everyone.
Guided Games doesn't require any commitment. You can just have that really great experience, and then you can part ways. But our hope is, if you have a blast in that activity, maybe you'll make some friends and join the clan.
Was that awesome or what? Am I right? Am I right or am I right? And no one doesn't like Nathan Fillion, don't bother. a sequel-worthy successor to what they started with Destiny. And they've also really listened to all of you, to our community. It's been an honor and a pleasure to call them our partners and to help them bring this vision to life. A partner just like that in Sony. They have been by our side since really before day one. They're providing all of the slick 4K PS4 Pros that you're going to be playing on today.
Hi everyone, I'm Mike Morheim from Blizzard Entertainment. We think it's a great game and a cool universe.
And we look forward to bringing Destiny 2 to Blizzard's platform. Now, I know you have an action-packed day ahead of you, with a bunch of Destiny 2 content to check out. So have fun, and we'll see you online soon.
We have this opportunity that we wouldn't have had years ago to ship a game and then really collaborate with people outside the studio to figure out, like, what is the best version of that?
Like, we're building something the community has been asking for, and it's accumulation of everything that we believe the game needs to be.
Grit, man. Want to bring the dirt back.
One of the things we're most excited about is the new weapon system.
Hey, if you like Destiny 2, great, play that way. But if you like Destiny 1, great, play that way. But if you're crazy, why not 3 shotguns?
The new weapon plan was designed to provide players with more freedom.
Randomables are coming back. Every single weapon is going to feel different when it drops.
We took a lot of inspiration from Rise of Iron, cast that thing. You got a huge hammer now. We got to take it to the next level, you know? Basically cast this thing, he pulls back. Yeah, and it's gonna break the game, and I think that's amazing, yeah. You know?
We came up with a bow and arrow, which seems kind of crazy, but when you use it, you feel like,
why would you ever choose a bow?
Let's see what we've got.
Gambit is a brand new mode.
It's like adding bacon to peanut butter and jelly. With every design decision we've made for the Forsaken, like, the first thing we ask is, how will the community react to this?
Players want their investment in Destiny to matter.
Wanting Forsaken to feel like a game that never ends. So we're going to reinforce the hobby and make the experience something that can be played night over night.
We're changing the weapon slots. We're changing how the pursuits work. We're adding new features like the collections and the triumphs. We built Gambit.
Who we gone overboard, like dialed it too high?
Looking to the future always brings us back to the past. We must bring an end to this suffering. One way or another.
Morning, everyone. I'm Luke.
Yeah, Bungie's gone truly independent and is in complete control of Destiny's future. We're publishing the game now. We're an independent company. Is now what? What's the plan? Where are we headed? It walks like a duck, quacks like a duck. It's a duck.
D2 launched away, Forsaken improved it, and we think Shadowkeep's going to take that kind of to the next level.
It is so fun and amazing to shoot monsters in their heads, get headshots, and see their souls escaping their body, and you slip behind cover.
For people who don't know some of where I came from, in my time in WoW, the Scarab Lord Gates opening event was this moment that brought these huge communities together.
I've never heard of that. Destiny 2 is coming to Stadia this year, which is going to be awesome. So yeah, cross-save is coming to Destiny 2 finally, and we're super excited about that. When Forsaken came out last year, for instance, look in the first-party stores. There's like 9 different versions of the game.
Oh my God, bro.
What the dog doing?
What the fuck, man?
It's like just way too confusing to figure out what you're supposed to buy. But if I'm going to recommend it to a friend who's not playing Destiny, it's like, well, you got to buy this version of the game, then you buy this other version of the game, then you got to play all that. And I'm not going to play with you because you're doing old stuff. And so it's going to take, it becomes hard to recommend. So we need to fix that.
So the answer to this problem is New Light, where once you enter,
You sure about that?
In 10,
You
15,
sure about
20
that?
minutes,
You download New Light, create this character. Within 15 minutes, you're playing Gambit with your bros. Or, Destiny 2 on PC needs to find a new home.
Some would say we need to find an epic partner.
And so Destiny 2 is going to be coming to Steam.
This really is the beginning of a new era. There's a huge opportunity here for us to really make our own decision.
How
long has it sat in silence, watching us?
Much too long.
Having Eris Morn come back instantly signals to players the tone shift and change.
You're all insufferable!
What if the villains that you thought were well into the ground actually weren't, and they were being resurrected by the darkness? What if you can't do all of the things that you've grown accustomed to doing?
The darkness is actually a lot closer than you realized.
Changing the way that armor, perks, and mods work pretty significantly.
Right now in the game, if you have an armor set that you like the look of, but you have another armor set that you like the way it plays, you're probably going to pick the one that you like the way it plays.
Personally, I'm excited about the artifact.
That's going to be a lot of fun.
Finishing moves are a new thing for Shadowkeep. What's your favorite?
Awesome flourish where he actually does like spin in front of him, has 2 knives, and then just hits. Yeah, Titan finisher. He jumps in the air, pulls back, looks at his fist, and
All right, it's time. It's about to get loud in here.
One of the things we really want to focus on, especially with Season 8 and the start of Shadowkeep, is a renewed focus on PvP.
But the really important thing for players to know is this is just the beginning. This is us building the foundation of what we're doing with the Crucible going forward.
Guardian. Guardian? Eyes up, Guardian. It worked. You're alive.
The campaigns from D to Year 1, The Red War, Curse of Osiris, and Warmind.
Every world we have will be available for them to explore and to free roam and to do bounties on. Full access to Gambit, the hybrid mode that we have.
Welcome. I am here. That was really loud. Is Eris evil? Dark below.
Dark below.
Didn't drop my pen. Is this connected to any of the events of Forsaken? Is this connected tomorrow? Are we gonna see any sort of link between the two? Get over it. Like, Fireteam's dead, but you know we got Crota, right? Like, give it up, lady. But
I think that's like not fair.
are we getting any hints of like what's going on with Uldren? How is the moon different compared to Destiny 1 now? Are we gonna see any potential new characters popping in? Maybe. Why this storyline as opposed to any other storyline that you guys might have considered?
No, I'm gonna go buy all the lettuce, you know.
Cool. All right, well, thank you guys very, very much for joining me.
Thanks.
Next to the stage, we have Justin and Del. All good? All right, well, thank you guys very much for joining me.
Thanks.
Had to grill you guys a little bit more.
That was good.
And
This is what I brought you here to see.
Luke, is it finally time to explain?
This fall, you're going to discover Europa, a brand new destination, and one of the first destinations we envisioned long ago when Destiny began.
The Deepstone Crypt.
Yes, there you go.
That one I
Lore
heard
Corner.
Of. That one I heard of, yeah.
Doing it.
The line between light and dark is so very thin. Let's cross it together.
It's time to wield the darkness. We've been waiting.
The other thing is Stasis, this new power, isn't just going to be Guardian supers and abilities. It's a brand new damage type.
Because though we're excited about what we're delivering this fall, we did say that Destiny 2 Beyond Light was the beginning of a new era.
Even if it's the wrong side.
And soon, we will be entering an era of darkness. And if it's not clear, we are all in on Destiny 2.
And to be clear, listen, I'm sure like over here in the Twitch chat, there's like, you know, some mix of salt and space dad. You know, we haven't gotten everything right out of the gate. You know, for example, we've already begun working on changes that we're going to make to our seasonal model in year 4 to get a bunch of the FOMO that's in the game right now out of it. And this is a response not only to your feedback, but just, you know, we took it in the wrong direction. You can lay that at me. We're also working on things like transmog, and that's going to be an experience that means armor is kind of always valuable to you because it can always represent a look for you to chase.
Yeah, getting a dark title screen back in Destiny so that the light white heat of the title screen doesn't light up your entire apartment at 2 a.m.
I think one of the most exciting things we're going to talk about is the game's going to run at 60 frames per second and 4K resolution on the new hardware.
We also need to make some big changes to the way we treat some of our older legacy content.
The stuff that maybe is getting a little long in the tooth that you're not really looking at and playing anymore. You're not.
Destiny 2 is a huge game. We have 9 destinations, 40 story missions, 54 adventures, 42 lost sectors, 17 strikes, 31 PvP maps, 7 raids, and hundreds of game systems that layer on top of that.
And in order to make a sequel, we would have to stop supporting Destiny 2. Like, it would effectively go dark. Don't want to put another number on the box. So instead, here's our plan. The DCV. Moving content into this vault is going to allow us to add support for D2 for years, including Beyond Light, The Witch Queen, and Lightfall. This vault is also going to allow us to take content from Destiny 1, do some work on it, get it ready to come back into the Destiny 2 ecosystem.
Thinking about the greatest hits of Destiny, right? Like, what are the new tracks we can lay down?
Maybe this year we'll see a classic raid come back. I think it'd be pretty amazing this year to see the Vault of Glass kind of unvaulted.
From Titan to Mercury, their shadow reaches.
And if pre-ordering's kind of your thing, like the pre-orders are gonna go live today. Like if you're interested, there's some sweet bonuses, and you know that's kind of the summary of the show. Click the little red X or like get up and go make an omelet and then come back and the stream will be over and you can play Season of Arrivals in Destiny 2.
This game is in our blood. The Destiny team is full of Destiny fans. Folks who came.
Oh, kinky.
We are committed to delivering the best mission content that you can play in any game with a friend and having the best feeling action game, period.
Since we declared independence 2 years ago, the Destiny community has grown by over 20 million new players. We're grateful.
So, without further ado, this is the Witch Queen.
Oh my God, James. Savathûn is serious.
Savathûn's throne world. This is an uncharted wonderland. It's the future world she wanted to create, built atop the darkness that she left behind. But now, our own light powers are being used against us. These are the Hive Guardians, and they are the backbone of her new army.
I cannot wait just to reach out and just crush a Hive ghost in my head.
Whoa. The Glaive. We've told you about what the Glaive can do. Now let's talk about how you're going to get your hands on one. Your first Glaive is not going to be found. It's going to be built.
Let's talk about the Witch Queen campaign.
Wow, that was so cool.
Oh,
I'm so excited for this one.
The Light and Darkness saga will end. But make no mistake, Destiny 2 will not.
Last year, we announced the Witch Queen and the following expansion, Lightfall.
And now we're excited to announce the release after Lightfall, the final chapter in the Light and Darkness saga, Destiny 2, the final shape. It's going to be one wild, continuous ride.
Yes. One of the changes I'm most excited about are the updates to the light subclasses every season in Year 5 of Destiny 2. We're adding aspects and fragments similar to Stasis. We'll be starting with the Void subclass update that goes live alongside the Witch Queen. I'm so excited crossplay is going live today.
And today is your first opportunity to jump into Destiny with friends on any platform from all over the world, playing together.
Starting this December, we are launching the Bungie 30th Anniversary Celebration in Destiny 2. Free for all players, the 30th Anniversary Celebration will offer a new 6-player matchmade activity, secrets to unravel, and rewards that commemorate our long and storied history together.
And that's just the beginning. In addition to the free event, players can also purchase the Bungie 30th Anniversary Pack that includes a new treasure-themed 3-player dungeon set on the Cosmodrome within the fabled Loot Cave.
But the dungeon holds one more secret. The crown jewel of its weaponry is a Destiny 1 classic. Gjallarhorn is making its long-awaited debut in Destiny 2.
The Witch Queen marks an acceleration in our story heading towards the conclusion of the Light and Dark saga, and we're so excited for everyone to join us on this epic adventure in The Witch Queen, Lightfall, The Final Shape, and beyond. And The Witch Queen's gonna kick off another amazing year of Destiny with 4 great seasons packed with all of the narrative, events, and rewards that you've come to expect from us. But there's even more coming next year than just our new seasons. The deluxe edition of The Witch Queen will also include 2 brand new dungeons to be released in 2022. And we're also going to be remastering another classic Destiny 1 raid and releasing it free for all players. This means going forward, starting this December with our 30th anniversary event, there will be a new piece of raid or dungeon content in the game every 3 months.
We've been building to this moment for the last 10 years.
The Final Shape is the conclusion to that journey. This is a moment in gaming that, as a developer, you just don't get very often.
Guardians and allies are fighting the biggest threat that the universe has ever seen.
Put him back.
When we first start the Final Shape, we are finally able to go through the portal that the Witness opened in the Traveler at the end of Lightfall. Inside the Traveler is just infinite, vast, unknowable, and we're landing on the Pale Heart, which is a fraction of really what is inside the Traveler.
The Witness entered well ahead of any Guardians, and so it's had time to kind of shape what's there.
The Pale Heart is our very first linear destination that we've ever done.
Subjugators are the new unit you're going to be facing in the Final Shape. They're performing stasis powers and strand powers to face the Guardian, while in support of all the other enemies you're fighting too.
The campaign in the Final Shape doesn't really end with the final mission. The raids are where you defeat like the big bosses. So it's only natural that when you are going to confront the Witness, you're going to do that in the raid.
Your melee's like all these projectiles going off. Twilight Arsenal. You know, like that instantaneous, like.
That was good, but I think it's more like. You know?
I like it, I like it.
In the Final Shape, we have new weapon subfamilies coming, broadening what existing weapons can be.
Really like bordering on exotic functionality. So for example, we've got a rocket pistol sidearm subfamily. We always liked the special ammo sidearms. This fires tiny, slow-moving rockets. They hit very hard, do a bit of AoE damage. They have a mixture of regular weapon and rocket launcher stats. We're also doing a new support weapon subfamily.
The support frame auto rifle is a type of legendary auto rifle. It'll let you switch seamlessly from firing at enemies to healing your allies.
I'm back! Hey, you two, give me a sec.
It just feels so natural for Nathan to be back in the booth. It felt amazing to just see him slip back into the role like without missing a beat.
Right, instantly.
I'm over here stroking my dick. I got lotion on my dick right.
I have seen what the Hive call a god.
So we're introducing something that we're calling Fire Team Power.
You can actually bring your friends along to play any dungeons and raids in the game without having to wait them to be at a certain power level.
Fireteam Finder is the new feature that's coming in Season 23, aimed at helping connect and find other people to complete the best and most aspirational content in Destiny.
The feature coming out today that I'm incredibly excited about is Timeline Reflections. Essentially what we have done is we've went back to previous expansions and pulled out missions that we felt really represent key narrative beats within our story. We are going to have a mission for Forsaken, mission for Beyond Light, as well as a mission for Witch Queen.
Thanks for the memories, Guardian.
We're reaching the end of this 10-year journey. What comes next? Echoes, Revenant, and Heresy. The acts act as these anchors for us to introduce new weapons, new artifact mods, new activities. There's gonna be new missions coming around the core. There'll be new story moments.
Or actually playable as standalone. Like each episode is something you can experience, whether you've been playing Destiny for 10 years or this is your first one.
I think some people look at the final shape and they think Destiny 2 is coming to the end. And in many ways, it's the opposite. We're leaning in. We're putting the pedal to the metal.